But now we've got Robin Duke, editor of SportsWire, joining us now to discuss more about the success of Bafana Bafana. Good morning to you, Robin. It's a pleasure to have you in the game.
How are you, brother? It's a celebration time in South Africa. You see, the jersey I'm wearing, this jersey I'm wearing is the one that we used for the 2010 World Cup, the last time we qualified. And I can tell you now, another interesting news is that Adidas is coming back to sponsor as a kid sponsor of South Africa. Look at it, the stars are lining. the 2010 World Cup, we're wearing Adidas, and then Adidas is coming back when we're going to America, Canada and Mexico next year. Thank you guys for that wonderful win yesterday to help us qualify for the World Cup outright and finish on top of the group.
Robin, look, we did you a favor and we're waiting for Rwanda to do us a favor, but they failed us woefully. So I'm wondering what exactly went wrong. But yes, congratulations to South Africa. Thoroughly deserved, with or without that 3 points deducted from South Africa. We already knew that South Africa were a strong force in that group because Nigeria did not take advantage of the games they were supposed to win, because at some points South Africa did struggle, but Nigeria did drop some points that they were not supposed to drop, even at home. But now, how does it feel? What does it feel like right there, being a South African, after hosting in 2010, about 15 years later, South Africa would be at the World Cup. How does this make the whole of South Africa feel?
Oh, I mean, you know, now people are bringing this. You see the cap I'm wearing? The only nation in Africa to have a multiple World Cup. You talk about the Springboks, the rugby national team. So we are now being compared as probably one of the best countries in Africa when it comes to sport. You look at our cricket as well. We won the ICC Champions Trophy this year. The Springboks retained the rugby championship, beating the All Blacks, Australia. You know, those nations, we play them every year, and we beat them. All Blacks, when we won the World Cup in 2023, we beat them. So now it's just for us to go there to the World Cup and then the next year, you know, probably, go to the next stage. Round of 16, it will be a huge success for us. But yeah, the excitement is huge. You know, I'm even watching this game now, you know, because of the strongness of our league that we have. The starting lineup, all the players are playing in South Africa. You look at goalkeeper Ronald Williams, who was the best goalkeeper in the last year's AFCON. He played for Mamelodi Sundowns. We had players from Orlando Pirates, TS Galaxy, and also as I said, for Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. All those three clubs, the squad came from those three clubs. You know, in the starting lineup yesterday. And, you know, there is this thing called the FIFA World Cup club benefit. That's where many clubs, get money from having players participating in the World Cup. So that means if we have the majority of those players coming from those clubs, then this club will also benefit handsomely. Unlike you guys, where all your players are coming from Europe, you know, so the benefit for us is huge for qualifying for the World Cup because of only that our clubs, because we have most of our players are mainly players come from the PSL. Clubs will also benefit handsomely, millions of rand, millions of naira, millions of dollars from FIFA club benefit program.
Robin, I'm glad that you mentioned the fact that, you know, the core of the team has come from the PSL, because I do believe that there has been a rebuild under the administration of Hugo Broos, and he has translated that rebuild from the PSL to the national team, and South Africa has absolutely been amazing. Even at the last AFCON, rather, they got all the way to the semi-finals. How pivotal has been the influence of Hugo Broos to the rebuild of South African football?
You don't know. You don't know, my friend. When he came in March 2021, we lost to Sudan 2-0 in the 2022 AFCON. It was, we were at the lowest of all lowest. You know, I couldn't recognize my team. It was bad. You know, it was worse than when we qualified for the AFCON in 2019. Remember, we lost you guys in the quarterfinal then by 2, and I remember 2 seconds scored in the 88th minute ahead. You know, we were much better, but when he came in 2021, my friend, it was worse. It was bad. Molefi was the coach at the time. He was someone who was absolutely clueless. And then Hugo Broos, he said, I remember in his first press conference when we announced Bafana Bafana, it was in May 2021, he said, if I don't qualify for the 2023 AFCON, please, you must kill me. He said, if I don't, you must kill me. And then we qualify, and then you saw last year, we lost to you guys in the semi-final, of which I still feel very in pain about, because we had a good chance that was supposed to be Down should have scored, you know, and then he went on penalties, and then standing about it that you guys, I don't know why you're criticizing him. You know, he was the best. He saved many penalties on that occasion. So, I mean, he has taken us, but also, as I said, it has been a help of Mamelodi Sundowns. I mean, Patrice Motsepe, the man that he has pumped in Mamelodi Sundowns, it has borne fruit quite a lot. I mean, we had a coach like Ronnie Mukwena. You saw how he changed Mamelodi Sundowns. The football that was played by Mamelodi Sundowns, it was translated to the national team, because even those guys that played at the AFCON last year, it was the majority were coming from Mamelodi Sundowns. So that core of the team is now carrying us. And then it's also good now that Orlando Pirates, remember, Orlando Pirates reached a semi-final of the CAF Champions League last season. Sundowns reached the final of the Champions League last season. That coming together has helped us massively a lot for Hugo Broos to have the core of the team to represent South Africa, and to have done what they've done in the last 2 years now.
Right. Going forward to the World Cup now, we heard from Hugo Broos. He said that the last time he played at the World Cup was as a player. That was about 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Now he's going there as a coach. So he has fulfilled his destiny. He has fulfilled his dream. After the World Cup, he wants to go back to his family. So I'm sure South Africa will let him go to his family. But what's the way forward after the World Cup? Who will South Africa fall back to? I know there are big names like Patrice, there's a Mokwena, and of course a lot of big names right there to take charge of the South Africa Bafana Bafana. But what's the way forward? Who do you think South Africa will get to replace Hugo Broos, a foreign manager, or we come back home?
We will have to, my friend, the best decision now for us to do, we have to go for a foreign coach. The reason about the local coaches, they are easily manipulated by agent. Hugo Broos is not like that. Hugo Broos is not like that. So for us now, at this juncture, the replacement of the coach, we have to cast our net wide for a foreign coach. And it cannot be an African coach, but it has to be maybe a European coach. Because right now, we tried Peter Musimane, we tried Gordon Ekasi. They were all influenced by, they were reporting influenced by agents. You know what I'm saying? Like I just told you now about the club benefit. Also, there's the power of club in South Africa. But Hugo Broos has selected players based on merit. You know, players that have been there with him in camp for all this time. So, yes, it's a stressful time. And I mean, as I said, he has done very well. It was in 1986 World Cup in Mexico with Belgium. They reached a semi-final. They lost to Argentina with the late Diego Maradona, who scored 2 goals, and then remember Argentina went all the way to win the World Cup the World Cup then. So I remember even scored in the quarterfinal when Belgium beat Germany on penalty shootout. Then Hugo Broos scored a penalty then, and then as he said that it was in the twilight of his career, and then now he's in the twilight of his career also as a coach this time. You know, we have no qualm about him that at the end of this, come July, at the end of the World Cup, whatever Bafana Bafana do, then if you go to knockout stages or not, Hugo Broos will step down, but he will go down as probably the best coach, because it's also the first coach in South African history to qualify Bafana Bafana in the AFCON in back-to-back, last year and also this year's AFCON as well. So, it would be sad to see him go. Yes, we will have that stress come next year. Right now, we're just celebrating of qualifying for the World Cup. Something that SAFA will have to think about. But from our side, we are not looking for the local coach. I'm sorry, we have to go for the European coach, because a local coach, it can easily be influenced and manipulated by agents locally.
All right, so we'll see how that turns out for SAFA, talking about the South Africa Football Association. But my friend, I'll let you know that on the sidelines, there's Rwanda Mokwena and Peter Musimane waiting to take that job. I'll say thank you very much, Robin Duke, for joining. Once again, congratulations to South Africa. Nigeria will go the long route. Hopefully, we can make it through the playoffs in Africa, and then intercontinentally, then we'll be at the World Cup. We're all binging on hope. But thank you very much for joining, Robin.
I wish you well, guys. As I said, in those playoffs, I know it's an odious route to play those matches in Morocco next year. But when I look at the quality that you guys have, look at the team that you're going to face, I don't see Cameroon. Onana has been even shipped up by Manchester United because it's been awful. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got a squad. I mean, Osimhen, what he did yesterday, he fought for the best. That's what you want. Players to rise on a big occasion. And then he rose on a big occasion and he said, you know what? Let me take this game and score a hat-trick. And then I remember even during the game, the technical team said, we still need more goal. I mean, because I have written you guys off in terms of getting that one of the 4 spots in some of the playoffs. But he took the game on it. That's what shows that when you have a strong player, a player who played at the highest level. Of course, I have my reservation of him playing in Turkey, which I still think they should be playing in maybe in one of the league, like let's say Spain or England. But of course, he's in Turkey right now.
Yeah.
But he showed how quality of a player he is. You know, kudos to him. And then, so unfortunate for you guys didn't qualify. But I really wish you, Nigeria, that you go and win next month's playoff, and also that intercontinental in March.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you, Robin. Do have a good rest of your day.